Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. If you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering what are the differences between a 125 4-stroke and 125 2-stroke. Well, we're gonna do that right in this video for you.
I think it's a waste of time. Like, more experienced people will know that these bikes are very different, but like for beginners, like to know what bike is what, it'll do a good explanation, and then it will show like the capabilities of both of them essentially if you're considering buying one of these.
If you are new to the sport, you probably have no idea really if there is much of a difference. Since, I mean, they both say they're 125s, but there actually is a huge difference between these two bikes. So, Mike, what is this bike here, sir?
This is a 1977 Honda CR125 2-stroke bike, liquid cooled motocross bike. Has like 35 horsepower. This was like one of the most powerful years of the CRs ever made. It rips pretty good. It'll do 65, 70 top speed. Picked up for like 900 bucks. Had a few problems with it, fixed them, and now it runs great.
Yeah. All right, this is Ripper 365.
This is my 2003 DRZ 125L. It's not the fastest bike. It's just supposed to be a little beginner bike for like your 10 or 11 year old, 17 year old. I weigh about 180 pounds, so this bike isn't really built for me, but it was my first bike, so I wanted to start with something small. Air cooled 125, makes about 7 horsepower from factory. This one has the FMF power core on it and a K&N filter, so it's making closer to like 8.5 or 9. Top speed about 55, 60. Not too shabby for a little bike. It did have issues when I got it. I got this bike for $600. And when we bought it, it did not run. Turned out that all it needed was a new petcock and a carburetor. Yeah, it's been a great bike for me so far.
So, that's the main difference between these two bikes.
Also, there's obviously the size difference. This has like a 37, I want to say, seat height. Don't quote me on that. That has something like 32.
Yes.
The
Actually,
size,
this is 39. The tires, the seat height, and the motor set these two bikes, and suspension. They set these two bikes completely apart. This has racing shocks. This has trail shocks. This has a liquid cooled 125 stroker mill. This sucker has. This guy has a air cooled 125. So it's honestly just based on what you need. This is definitely not a starter bike. I would never suggest getting one of these for a starter. If you've driven dirt bikes here and there before, maybe you could get by with it. But if you've never set your hands on a bike before, you probably want to go with something a little bit more conservative. Everything. We're gonna do top speeds. Not really. Can't do that here. We're gonna snap frames. No, we're gonna do time trials, probably a drag race. Just some clips here and there, riding them around. The biggest thing you're gonna notice between these two bikes is the sound.
We'll do a startup for you.
Yeah, we'll do a startup real quick.
This bike actually sounds a lot different than stock because it has.
Yeah.
The FMF makes it a lot more louder than
This has a power core for exhaust. It's pretty much everything you see everybody do to their machines. It just gives a little bit more, basically sound. People are huge on the sound of the bike. So the first thing we're gonna do is the
jumps.
Let's do the jumps.
Yeah. We'll do jumps first.
Yes, sir! Oh!
likes time is a minute dead.
So better than 1 second better than the old.
1 second better than my old Warrior. Go check those videos out if you haven't. But you know what? Not bad
Good
for
job.
for how big of a horsepower difference.
Yeah.
Like 27 something, 28 or
10 seconds.
something. 10 seconds slower ain't too bad in the Shred City Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, so you have seen the difference between these two bikes. If you want individual reviews of these things in the future, let us know. But until next time, it's been CW Outdoors featuring John Verdunski. All right, peace out, boys.